One of the most important concepts in Chinese culture, which hopefully you have heard about already, is the concept of saving face and losing face. So when you are saving face, that means that you're making your ancestors and your family proud and you're doing good things. And when you're losing face, it means you're doing things that are going to have your family and your ancestors lose respect. This is very important in Chinese culture. So for students, they often will work very, very hard in school because they want to save face for their families. They don't want to lose face. Now, a lot of the times the way this comes out is in the way that they treat their teachers. They're incredibly respectful. In Chinese culture, it is considered respectful to somebody in authority that you would not look them in the eye. So students would often look down when they were talking to us. So our role as teachers of oral English was to try to get students to talk out loud and make eye contact, a very American concept, and sometimes that was quite difficult. Well, one of the things that we did is that we would do something called English Corner, which is during their free time, the 45 minutes of free time they got each day, they would come and they would speak English with us in small groups. So one day my wife asked this question in her English Corner. She says, "Does anybody have a story about a time they got in trouble?" Now you can imagine that in Chinese culture, no student wanted to share about a time they got in trouble because that's a time where they were losing face for their family. But one boy did finally raise his hand and he said, "Zhou Lao Shi," that's what we were called in China, "I have a story about a time I got in trouble." And she said, "Wonderful, why don't you tell it?" So I will tell that story, pretending to be that boy. So Zhou Lao Shi, one day I was in school and my friend came to me and he said, "Oh, at free time, there's going to be this amazing soccer game. You have to come and play soccer." And I said, No. I have to do my laundry today. My clothes are all dirty. I have to do my laundry because they only have 45 minutes of free time. And my friend said, "Oh, no. It's going to be amazing. You have to do it. Come. We can do our laundry at night." And I said, No. We're not allowed to do laundry at night. If we do that, we'll get in trouble. He said, "No, we'll sneak out. We'll be really quiet. I'll go with you. We could do our laundry together." And he just wouldn't stop telling me about this amazing soccer game. So finally I said, okay, I'll come. So when free time came, I looked at my laundry. I saw it was there. I saw it needed to be done. But my friend was like, come, play soccer. So I put on my soccer shoes and we went down and we played. Now, it was a wonderful game and it was great. But that night, when it was lights out and I saw my laundry, I said, oh, I have to do it. And my friend showed up and he had his laundry. He said, okay, let's go. So we grabbed our laundry and we snuck out and we snuck down the stairs and we went to the laundry station where you can turn on the water and you scrub your laundry. And we looked around and there was nobody. And we turned on the water softly and we started to scrub our laundry. Now, as soon as we did that, sure enough, the math teacher came around the bend and he came up to us and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And we said, "Oh, nothing." Ooh. He says, "Yes, you are. You're doing your laundry." I said, "Oh, yes. Sorry, sir. We are doing our laundry." And he said, "Why are you doing your laundry right now?" And we said, because it is dirty." And he said, "You know, the time to do your laundry is at free time. You cannot do it after lights out. I'm going to take you to the principal." And so he took us and we walked over to the principal's house and we knocked on the principal's house and we were so scared because it was nighttime already and the principal came to the door and he looked all sleepy and he says, "What are you doing here?" And the math teacher says, "These boys were doing their laundry at night." "Oh, you are not allowed to do your laundry at night. You have to do it during free time." "Yes, sorry, sir. And he said, "Okay, you guys are going to be on cleanup duty and you can no longer do your laundry at night. Do you understand? Very serious." We said, "Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry." And then we had to take our laundry back and we got in a lot of trouble. Now, my wife was stunned by this story and she's like, "Wow, that's amazing." And the reason I tell you this story is I want you to understand that kids at that school, it was a very strict school, and they had all these rules that they had to follow. They did all the cleaning for the school. After class was over, they would sweep up everything, and they would make sure that all the books were put away. So they were in charge of a lot of things, and they only had that 45 minutes of free time each day. And so I tell you this story because I want to make sure that you don't do your laundry at night, okay? So if I get a phone call or an email from a parent saying, "Ms. Yokla, my student is doing their laundry at night," I'm going to be very upset by that, okay? So make sure the message of this story is don't do your laundry at night, okay?